Hi, AT from CNC at Home. Last time we did the work in LightBurn to do the new Geek Weekend coaster. This time I'd like to actually do a burn of the coaster. There really isn't much new to explain about this. Let's just sit back and watch the laser do its work. With the burn complete, let's take a look at the painted tile. Looks like it turned out well. And now let's take a look at the tile after the paint has been cleaned off. See a nice little shine on that. I forgot to switch my camera back into normal mode, so putting the cork on the back went by very quickly. And as you can see, I do have cork on the back of these. The next step will be to get these back into the laser and burn the CNC logo onto the back. As with most burns, the first thing I do is I press the shift key and the frame, which will turn the laser on and do a perimeter around where I'll be burning to make sure I have everything set up. With the burn complete, I'm going to pull these tiles out of the laser and take a look at them. Here we can see the CNC logo nicely on the back of each of these tiles. These tiles turned out well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the content of the channel, think about subscribing. That really helps the channel out. Now for a little behind the scenes action. I did a little filming of doing filming. While I'm waiting for LightBurn to get booted up, I thought I'd shoot just a quick behind the scenes video of getting set up to put the logo on the back of these tiles. Here's my camera set up. I have the tiles in my fume box, and then I have an LED light here that helps shed some light on this so we can see it better for recording. Everything's all fired up here, ready to go. And I see that LightBurn is ready to go. It takes a while on my old computer for this to fire up. What we're going to do is we're going to open up the logo program. You'll see that that has 4 logos down here. Let's just zoom in on that real quick. So I just set my laser at the bottom left-hand corner of the tiles, and then these 4 logos should burn properly. So anyway, that's the setup. We have the laptop computer, we have our power management, we've got the router, and we have the laser, and of course the new ventilation that goes up and out with a fancy-dancy on-off switch here. Look at this. Off, on. Yeah, I need to update that one of these days. A simple fix too. While this is burning, I have the lid closed. I have this rag hanging here. Don't really need to, but you can see this section actually draws that in. It's bringing air from out here. I want it to draw most of the air from here. Here's the camera setup while it's doing the burn. Found it interesting that the display on the camera has a slight lag as this goes back and forth. You can see that on here. A little more behind the scenes. While I was doing this particular project, I have this old reel-to-reel that I bought off of eBay, and I got inside, cleaned it up, got it working. I have just a ton of, this is just a little sampling of some of the reel-to-reel tapes that I have. There's some down here on the floor. There's a whole box full over here. And I'm just listening through them to see if there's anything I want to keep. Back in the late 60s, early 70s, he recorded on a different machine. It's a couple generations older than this. This is a TC 377, and I believe the other machine that I have that just really is in sad shape is a TC 355. It's a couple generations older. I was able to get this machine up and running. It plays really well. I do want to go in there again and do some more work on it. The belts could use replacing, especially for the counter, which doesn't work because that belt has completely snapped. And I have it connected up to my old boom box. It's a Panasonic. Oh, where's the... There we go. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. It's a Panasonic RX C20, which in its day was, and still is, actually quite a nice little unit. I've had that since the early 80s. But it has RCA inputs on the back, so I can plug in the auxiliary to that pretty easily. Anyway, I paused it here because I didn't want the music going in the background. I don't know what the copyright is on this and don't want to get caught with it, but here it is playing. So we'll just do a few seconds. There we go. So we don't get in trouble. Anyway, more behind the scenes. Here's other junk behind the scenes here. We've got stuff for the router. Got some tiles that I worked on. Some other gadgets. Some lighting, tripods, camera boxes, measuring equipment. Some stands. Soldering iron. More tiles hiding back behind here. Got my little robot arm project that was from years ago. That's all for now. Have fun doing your CNC at home projects. Oops.